My name is Nathan Carter. I'm a 42-year-old staff sergeant in the U.S. Army. 6 deployments, recon specialist, trained to notice everything. That's what I was known for. But I missed what was happening in my own home. My wife Jenna and I met in 2007 while I was on leave. She was in grad school for literature, soft-spoken, thoughtful, always scribbling poems in notebooks. We got married in 2009. 2 kids followed. I was God a lot. She always held things together. Or so I thought. I just got back from a 14-month deployment in Afghanistan. My homecoming felt off. My kids seemed distant. Jenna kissed me, but it felt mechanical. She said she was glad I was home, but there was hesitation behind her eyes. I blamed myself, told myself it was re-entry, like other vets described. But something deeper nagged at me. She started going out Thursday nights. Some writing club at a bookstore. More makeup, new perfume. Her phone, once unlocked, was now password protected. One night I saw the message preview light up on the screen. Your words today. I'm still thinking about them. From someone named Martin W. I didn't say anything, just watched. A neighbor casually mentioned seeing her with another man at a downtown cafe. Tall, artsy type. Jenna doesn't have brothers. I installed hidden cameras under the pretense of break-ins nearby. I didn't want to find anything, but I did. On a Thursday evening, she came home late. That night, I watched the footage. She brought a man inside, straight to her office. Door closed. I couldn't see much, just muffled voices. Reading, laughing, then silence, then moaning. I shut the laptop. She was asleep upstairs, peaceful, like nothing happened. I lay awake all night, staring at her. I didn't recognize the women beside me anymore.
The next morning, I made coffee like usual. Jenna came into the kitchen, kissed me on the cheek, asked if I slept okay. She looked calm, smiling. I asked how her writing club went. She said they'd discussed Sylvia Plath. No hesitation in her voice, no guilt. She was used to lying. I mentioned maybe taking a part-time security job on base, just to stay busy. She nodded, said, "That's good for you. Helps to stay busy." That word stuck in my head like a splinter. Busy. I said nothing else. Just watched her drink her coffee like everything was fine. After she left, I reviewed the footage again. Same man, same pattern, same room. Quiet. Practiced. This wasn't new. I searched the name from the message. Martin Wilcox. Local poet, taught workshops at the community college. His photo matched the man on the tape. Last spring, Jenna told me she was at a school training. Turns out, it was his poetry retreat. I found group pictures. They stood close, too close. I started saving everything, footage, texts, screenshots, not for revenge, for clarity, for proof, so I'd never second-guess what I already knew. Thursday came again. Jenna was humming while she got ready, wearing that perfume she only started using a few months ago. Tight black dress, lipstick. She didn't look at me when she left, just said she wouldn't be late. I told her to have fun. My voice sounded normal, too normal. After she left, I didn't touch the cameras. I already knew what I'd find. Instead, I opened her laptop. She hadn't used it much lately. I figured everything was on her phone. But the browser history told a different story. Private searches, relationship articles, forums, stuff like when to leave a marriage and how to know if he suspects. I just sat there, staring at the screen, the house dead quiet around me. She wasn't even trying to hide the planning anymore. That's what it was now, not cheating. Planning, preparing. For what? I didn't know. A clean exit? A confrontation?
A life without me? I opened the live feed on my phone around 8:15. Her car pulled into the driveway. She came inside. Alone again. I waited. She didn't go straight to the office. She sat on the couch, looked at her phone, sat still for maybe 10 minutes, just breathing, thinking. She looked empty, like someone who'd made a choice but hadn't accepted it yet. Later in bed, she asked if I was okay. I told her I was tired. She nodded, said, "Me too," and turned away. I stared at the back of her head for hours, wondering what she was really tired of. Lying, hiding, or me. I didn't know if I was still her husband or just furniture she hadn't figured out how to move yet. The next morning, I made a decision. One more Thursday. One more recording. And then I'd let her see everything I'd seen. Every shadow, every whisper, every quiet betrayal. Let her feel what it's like to be watched.
Thursday came quicker than I expected. All week, Jenna moved like someone rehearsing a part. Polite, quiet, careful. Not affectionate, but not hostile either. Just controlled. Like she was holding her breath, waiting for something. I monitored her messages again. Nothing emotional. Just logistics. Same time? Always. Door will be open. He didn't even need to ask anymore. Routine. I watched her get ready. Curled hair, short black dress, the same perfume I used to love. She said she had to leave early tonight, something about prepping lesson plans with a colleague. I didn't ask who. I said, "Drive safe." My voice felt like it belonged to someone else. At 6:48, she left. This time I followed. 3 cars back, no radio, windows down, heart steady. She drove across town. Not the bookstore, not a cafe. A small apartment complex near the community college. Run down, low rent. She pulled into a lot and parked. No hesitation. Walked straight to a door. Pressed a buzzer. He opened it. She went inside. He didn't even look around. He didn't need to. I waited, parked half a block down. Engine off. 30 minutes passed. I didn't move. Light in the second-floor window clicked on. I couldn't see much, but their silhouettes crossed in front of the blinds. Her hand on his chest. Him pulling her closer. Lips. Clothes. The outline of her body I used to call mine. I didn't film it. Didn't need to. The image carved itself into my memory. I sat there, gripping the steering wheel like I could crush it. I wasn't angry, not in the way people expect. I was cold. Clear. Like before a firefight. The seconds when adrenaline and calm balance each other in a razor's edge. I waited an hour. She came home after 10. Hair slightly messy, lipstick faded, smelled like wine and someone else. "Kids okay?" She asked as she took off her shoes. I nodded. She kissed me on the cheek, soft and distant, like I was a friend she owed something to. "You're quiet," she said. I told her I had a headache. She went upstairs. Lights off. Door closed. I sat in the kitchen for another hour, hands flat on the table, staring at the wood grain. I thought about every letter she'd ever written me overseas, every word she'd said about loyalty, about waiting. And then I thought about Thursday, the next one. That would be the last. Not for her. For me.
I spent the next 6 days moving like a ghost. I went through the motions, school drop-offs, grocery runs, dishes, laundry, but inside, everything was tightening. I didn't eat much, didn't sleep much either. At night, I'd lie in the guest room with the door half open, just listening. Jenna's soft footsteps, the quiet hum of her phone lighting up. Sometimes a faint laugh. She didn't know I could hear it all. She didn't know how still I'd become.
I started organizing everything, not just footage and texts, everything. I printed screenshots, labeled dates, marked timestamps. I created a copy of the hidden cam recordings, placed it on a USB, and sealed it in a small black envelope. I wrote a short note, not dramatic, just facts. While you were reading him poems, I was watching you read him. While you were lying to me, I was listening. Thursday at 6:48, apartment 2B. No more guessing. I kept it in my jacket pocket. I didn't know when I'd use it. I just knew it had to be soon. Wednesday night, Jenna asked if I wanted to watch a movie with her. Something felt off in her voice. Nervous. I said I was tired. She didn't argue, just nodded and went to bed early. She was pulling away, not because she felt guilty, but because something was ending and she didn't want to say it. Thursday came. She dressed slower than usual. No perfume, no lipstick. Her phone buzzed once. She picked it up fast and left it face down. At 6:20, she grabbed her keys. "I might be late," she said. I told her that was fine. "Be safe." She looked at me for half a second too long, then walked out. This time I didn't follow her. I didn't need to. I knew where she'd be. I waited 15 minutes, then opened my laptop. Watched the live feed from the hidden cam I'd planted last night in her car. Just audio, but enough. She drove with the windows down. No music. Then, after a while, a voice. His. Martin. He got in the car. They didn't say much, just breathing, then laughter, then her voice. Soft, familiar, but different now. "Let's just go straight there. I don't want to talk about it anymore." I didn't know what she meant, but I felt something shift, like they were getting bold, or maybe reckless. I waited an hour, then I got in my truck. Not to follow, not to confront. I just drove. Back roads, no destination. I needed silence. Space. At 9:47, I pulled into our driveway. Her car wasn't there yet. I walked inside, put the black envelope on her pillow, sat on the edge of the bed, staring at the wall, waiting to hear the key in the lock, and the moment everything would collapse.